Every single person on the planet needs to go to Rio de Janeiro at one point in their life if they can. Like, please take that advice from me. Hello, beautiful people. My name is Ellen and I am currently traveling the world full time. I'm going to talk you through our experience of New Year's in Rio. And it was incredible, guys. I really just immersed myself in the whole New Year's side of things. We met a bunch of amazing people. I did not get anywhere near as much footage as I would have liked. The other thing is that I think because it was my first time in Rio, I was really worried about carrying this camera around. I would go out and I would film on my phone. I don't have enough to kind of turn it into a vlog. So instead, I'm sitting here and I'm going to talk you through our experience being there for New Year's. We got there a few days before the New Year after spending almost 2 weeks in Florianópolis. That is my previous vlog. If you have not watched it, then go and check it out because I promise it's fun. It was so beautiful. It's somewhere I did not know existed until probably 4 months before we went there. There is quite a drastic difference between Florianópolis and Rio de Janeiro. One of them being safety. Florianópolis is a lot safer and there's a lot less crime. Not that there's a crazy amount in Rio. I've been twice and I haven't actually experienced anything bad. In fact, it's one of my favorite cities in the world, but there is quite a difference. For example, we'd be sitting on the beach in Florianópolis. We would be worried about going into the ocean together. And I had multiple people actually tell me it's okay, you can leave your stuff on the beach because it's so much safer here in Florianópolis. And that just doesn't really happen on this island. And after that is when I actually noticed that people weren't really worried about their stuff as much. And there was a lot more things on the beach that were left alone while people were swimming and stuff like that. But Rio, on the other hand, is completely different. You do need to be aware of what you're carrying around with you, aware of the fact that you might have your phone out. Do not leave it sitting on a table when you're at a restaurant. Don't leave your bag just sitting on a seat hook. I also actually took off my favorite pieces of jewelry. So I have a necklace that I never take off, and I absolutely did take it off in Rio because I had heard a lot of stories about necklaces just getting snatched, someone walking past and just grabbing a necklace. Anything that's kind of easy to grab off your body, just avoid it. Just be safe and mindful and cautious. You just need to be aware of your surroundings and be travel smart. Everywhere in the world has got its unsafe areas. So let's get into our trip for New Year's. We arrived there, we checked into a lovely Airbnb. We did book going for New Year's very last minute. If you want to go to Rio for New Year's, get onto that early, guys. Get onto it early, because one of my biggest tips, although I did not do it, and because I didn't do it is why I'm giving you the tip, the closer you can stay to the beach, whether that's Ipanema or Copacabana, the better. We were a little bit further back, still not bad, probably like a 15 to 20 minute walk. Obviously for the night of the fireworks for New Year's Eve, the countdown going into the new year, if you can be at a hotel that's on the beachfront or something like that, oh, it would just be extraordinary. Honestly, I think you'd have the best of both worlds. Then you can enjoy the fireworks from a balcony and then also go down to the beach and enjoy the chaos. But yeah, the Airbnb we were in was lovely. The host was great. The location was great, except for being a little bit too far away from the beach. Super comfortable, really spacious. It was a great little Airbnb, but we would have chosen something closer, if not a hotel room or something like that, if we hadn't booked so close to the time of us actually going there. I wanted to talk about a few different restaurants that we went to. I'll pop them over the screen with their names. So these are definitely some ones that you should add to your list if you are visiting. Now, Sugarloaf Mountain, if you're going to Rio, then it's definitely something that will be on your list. Over New Year's, it is chaos and we didn't make it up there.
We bailed on going up to the mountain because they're obviously overbooking it. The line was crazy. 5 to 6 line hadn't even moved by the time we had got there. At 20 to 6, like they had been waiting there for an hour and then they finally moved, but people had been waiting so long and then our line still wasn't moving then, and it's almost 6:30 now. Sun goes down at 6:40. And then apparently once you're up there, it takes about 2 hours potentially to get in a cable car and come back down. And obviously we have Garrix tonight and still want to go for dinner and whatnot afterwards. So yeah. Instead, we're going to go get a Brazilian barbecue, aren't we?
Yeah, look at the reviews on this place.
33,000.
Spencer recommended it.
There was so many people. That's kind of our mistake, I guess, for not getting there earlier, or booking an earlier ticket 2 or 3 in the afternoon so that we had time to get up and come down. If you're planning Sugarloaf Mountain, just please prepare yourself for how busy it gets, especially if you're there during New Year's, Carnival, Christmas, any of those kind of big holiday moments for Brazil. I do really want to go to Sugarloaf Mountains next time I'm back in Rio, which will be one day for sure because we fell in love with it. There actually is an option to hike it, although we were in going out clothes and we weren't going to be doing that. But I believe in a certain time period of the day, you can hike it. A few months before we got there, we learned that Martin Garrix was playing on the eve of New Year's Eve. If you guys don't know, Daniel is probably one of Martin Garrix's biggest fans, and this was our 7th or 8th time seeing him in 2025. The Martin Garrix event was insane. We we ended up going to a hostel. I'll pop the name up on the screen, that we weren't staying in, but we were going to meet some friends that we had met in Florianópolis to go to Martin Garrix with them, some Aussies as well. When we got there, we then met even more Aussies and some other friends, which was amazing. And we ended up spending the whole night with them at the Martin Garrix show, which was insane. We even met more people when we were at the show, as you always do. I met some incredible Brazilian people, and it just made our night so much fun. We had Aussies, Canadians, Brazilians, like everyone was just so happy to be there and loved Garrix so much that we had the best possible time. If you're going to Rio and there's someone that you love that's going to be performing there while you're there, go. The energy will be insane. You must go. And then it came to New Year's. So again, I was really worried about bringing this camera just because first time in Rio, I had only been here for a few days. I had heard that the evening of New Year's Eve with the fireworks and everything that was prime time for pickpocketing and thieves. And then there was also the other part of me that really wanted to be in the moment as much as I could be. You know, experiencing something that was so high on our bucket list for so many years, and we were finally here. Guys, it was incredible. If you don't like crowds, you're definitely going to struggle, but I think if you can push past the fact that it's going to be probably the busiest place you've ever been in your life. There was 3 million people, I think, that went across that beach over the evening of New Year's Eve, which is insane. Truly a bucket list moment. Standing on that beach when those fireworks go off across Copacabana is phenomenal. Vibes are so high. I think something that we would do differently if we were to experience it again would be go down to the beach early in the day, set up a spot, get some friends, get some drinks, set yourself up a spot on the beach and stay there through to the evening, because so many people did that and they had great setup. We went again with the beautiful group of people that we met from the hostel, and we had a fantastic night. I'm not going to lie and tell you that it wasn't busy literally everywhere. It's packed, absolutely packed. It's also good luck to swim under 7 waves on New Year's Eve. Once the new year hits, it's good luck. It's a traditional thing that Brazilians do. If it's not crazy waves, then get in and dunk under 7 of them and you'll apparently have a lot of good luck. After this, we walked about 20 minutes down the beach to the Alok show. Now, Alok is Brazilian. Got down to the stage. I'm not kidding, guys. It was the busiest place I've ever stood in my life. And the next day I saw a video, a bird's eye view video drone shot. There was 2 million people watching his show. It went so far back, and we thought to ourselves, let's try and get in closer and everything like that. Thank God we didn't, because I don't know if we would have gone out. There are so many different things that you can do over New Year's in Rio. There's all sorts of events. Black Coffee was playing. There were so many big names that were playing, so many ticketed events that you could go to. So my biggest advice would just be to get onto your research early. As soon as things start getting announced, then organize yourself. Rio is a vibe. It is a feeling. Even just being down on the beach in Brazil is just, you know, they're playing soccer, volleyball, dancing, drinking, eating, hanging out with their families. Like, it is just such a feeling. It is such an amazing place, and every single person on the planet needs to go to Rio de Janeiro at one point in their life if they can. Like, please take that advice from me. I almost forgot to talk to you about getting custom Havianas made. This is something you have to do if you're in Rio. You need to go to the flagship Havaianas store and get yourself a custom pair. So I got a little Brazil logo and then a little blue flower. I would have taken 5 pairs with me if I could, but I don't have the space. If you have any questions, drop them below. Thank you for being here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button.